Enjoyed a fish fry at the Trop over Father's Day weekend, taking two from Florida to clinch at least a share of the Citrus Series title this season. Today, Big Game James takes the hill against a Marlins team that he struck out a career-high 13 against just a month ago. The Citrus Series finale starts now on Sun Sports. Welcome to Rays Sunday Baseball, brought to you all season by Hyundai. It's another Kids Sunday at Tropicana Field on this Father's Day, where we send our best wishes to fathers everywhere and remember those special times with fathers in the past. Rays and the Marlins wrap up this interleague action here this afternoon. With Brian Anderson, I'm Dwayne Stats. Great to have you aboard. We'll be hearing from Todd Callis in just a few moments. Well, the Marlins have struggled. There's no secret about that. It has been a very difficult month of June. And today, as everyone arrived at the ballpark, we became aware that Edwin Rodriguez has stepped down as the manager of this Florida ball club. The acting manager will be Brandon Hyde while they pursue looking for an interim manager. They'll be headed home for just a 3-game series before they're out on the road again. And there's a look at their acting manager, Brandon Hyde. For the Rays, they're going for the sweep, running third in the AL East, and they'll send James Shields. It's been just about as good as you can expect any starting pitcher to be.
Yeah, James Shields has been outstanding, and the key for him today will be don't try to do too much. Every once in a while, James Shields coming off of a great outing like he did against Boston Red Sox his last time out, a 5-hit shutout, will try to do a little bit too much, but he just needs to stay with the program because it's working. We talked just like came off that shutout against the Red Sox. His last time out against the Marlins, that was a Sunday afternoon getaway day. How about those numbers? Another shutout, 13 strikeouts on the season. James Shields has 3 shutouts. That's more than 26 big league clubs.
So Shields is after his 7th win of the season here this afternoon, making his 15th start. And on the hill for the 14th time for the Marlins, right-hander Chris Volstad, just 24 years old, 2-7. He's lost some tough decisions because of lack of support, but he does come in with an earned run mark of 6.07. Father's Day Sunday here at Tropicana Field, and when we return, Todd Callis takes a deeper look at Father's Day.
back at Tropicana Field. Happy Father's Day 2011 as the Rays take on the Florida Marlins. Tampa Bay looking for their first home sweep of the season. And the Marlins are playing with a new acting manager today. Brandon Hyde will be the manager after Edwin Rodriguez resigned earlier this morning. Now, Kyle Farnsworth, so good as the Rays closer, is going to be the focus of our Inside the Rays premiere right after Rays Live, the post-game show following the game. And Kyle on this Father's Day has a very special relationship with his father, Lynn. Lynn, a Lieutenant Colonel in the Air Force, flew F-100s and F-4s in Vietnam. He was shot down twice while in Vietnam but avoided capture. And Lynn has become a true source of inspiration for Kyle Farnsworth today.
No, I've only heard him talk about it, 2 or 3 times maybe, but I don't blame him for not talking about it. But if he didn't make it through those 2, got shut down twice. If he didn't make it through there, I wouldn't be here today. So. It's one of those awesome things.
A side of Kyle Farnsworth you don't often see, and we'll see the entire 1/2 hour Inside the Rays. Kyle Farnsworth following the game. In today's game, we are participating in the Home Run Challenge. So every home run hit in this afternoon's game raises $22,000 for prostate cancer research. You can make a pledge by calling 800-798-CURE, 800-798-2873, or go online to www.pcf.org. We're ready for baseball on this Father's Day Sunday. Dwayne Stats and Brian Anderson with all the action in high definition next.
Today brought to you by AT&T, by Autoway. Autoway, part of Auto Nation, the largest automotive retailer in the country, so we can do big things. Tires Plus, thinking tires? Think Tires Plus. And by Toyota, moving forward. From Tropicana Field, fans gathering for the wrap-up game of this homestand and this series. There's Brandon Hyde, who will be the acting manager, making his managerial debut in interleague competition here. The Rays and the Marlins squaring off. As we mentioned at the outset, Edwin Rodriguez resigning this morning, and later, or earlier today, Todd Callis caught up with Larry Beinfest of the Marlins front office to address that situation.
Well, I communicated early this morning with Edwin, and when I got to the ballpark about an hour ago, just accepted his resignation. It's been a terribly frustrating time for all of us, Todd, and not any one person bears the responsibility here. It's the whole organization. It's the 25 players. Edwin's a great man, been a good employee for a long time, and a good baseball guy. And this is a tough time for us. 17 out of 18, our managers resigned, but we need to play baseball. And the only way to get things better is to get an interim manager here and move on and try to win games. And that's what we're going to attempt to do.
And so the Florida Marlins lineup breaks out this way today. Dwayne Wise leading off, followed by Emilio Bonifacio. Logan Morrison hits third. Gaby Sanchez at first. It will be Greg Dobbs at right. Hanley Ramirez the DH. Omar Infante at second. Wes Helms at third. And Brett Hayes will do the catching and bat ninth. First pitch of this game, and it's a swing and a miss on an opening fastball from James Shields. Strike one.
Making his 15th start of the season. You see the 4 complete games.
Pitch is low.
James Shields is the fastball changeup, the main 2. Those are his big 2. The curveball's been coming along nicely, and also will throw a cutter.
And a little one hopper down to third, takes a strange hop, and the throw is not in time. By the time Longoria recovered, the ball had a little reverse spin on it right there.
Well, that was the cutter that Shields throws that gets in the kitchen of Dwayne Wise. That was a little dwarf shot over to Longoria, a little jam shot. It's got that funky spin on it. And as Evan goes to his right, he doesn't come over there cleanly, and Wise too much speed.
Yeah, no chance to get Wise after that bobble. And an error charged to Longoria to start the game. That's his 4th of the year. And here's Bonifacio. Was in the lineup in right field last night and at shortstop today. Pitch is a strike. Bonifacio reached on a walk his first time last night, picked up a steal, and the Marlins scored the first run of the game. Over to first, that ball popping away from Kochman, and back in goes Wise. And you know, the pickoff situation with James Shields, he's been better than anybody else in the pickoff department this year.
Well, you tell me how many right-handed starting pitchers with over 100 innings in have not given up a stolen base yet. That's why.
Tap foul. 0-2.
He does a great job of controlling the running game, and when you start to rack up pickoff numbers, base runners get very conservative over there with the lead, not as eager to go. And then you force a team into playing station to station baseball. Advantage pitcher.
2 strikes the count. Just a little piece of that changeup. Bonifacio stays alive, fouling it back. Comes in 32-39. They've lost 9 in a row, 20 of their last 23, and they've gone 1-17 for the month. Wise back in again. 7 pickoffs for Shields this year. Count still 2 strikes.
Bonifacio putting up a little bit of a fight here. The fastball, the changeup, fouling him off. Yeah, and those 7 pickoffs, Dwayne, he does not discriminate. He'll get you at first. Seen him get one at second. So maybe our favorite of all time was the straight pickoff to third to the diving Evan Longoria.
Picked off as Drupal Cabrera. Fresh off a triple. Line shot back into right field. Joyce is going to have to go back, and one hops the wall. Wise will go to third. Bonifacio's headed to second with a double. And the first 2 hitters are on, reaching on an error and a 2-base hit.
Emilio Bonifacio with his 11th double And that was just a changeup that hung up a little bit. Bonifacio had seen the changeup a couple of times previously and fouled it off, and he got a mistake there. See Dwayne Wise not sure if that ball was going to get over the head of Matt Joyce, and that's what prevented him from potentially scoring.
And a nice job by Joyce on the carom on the one hop off the right field wall. Here's Logan Morrison. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Morrison hitting .283, 1 for 6 in the series. Drove in a couple of runs last night with a chopper on the ground in the first inning on the infield and a fly ball later. There's that pickoff attempt at third, and Wise dives back in safely.
Hey, you just don't see that very often. The right-hander going to third base, much like a left-hander goes to first. The timing has to be right. And you've got to trust your third baseman to be able to catch a throw close to the bag on the run.
Ground ball foul up the right side. 0-2. Yeah, it helps to have a Gold Glove third baseman over there.
Yeah, that's why when that play gets put on, there is no hesitation because of who's manning that position. Problem is on that pickoff throw, if there's any kind of mix-up, any mistake made, it's a run.
And Morrison is out on strikes. Ryan Runge says that's a strikeout. Morrison puts up a little difference of opinion right there.
Now let's take a look. Pitch is well off the plate, trying to get him with a cutter. Well, it certainly looked like he could have gone too far. That's close enough to be able to be called.
So here's Gabby Sanchez, and the pitch is a strike. Breaking ball from Shields to start Sanchez. So a strikeout of Morrison. They hit foul. Sanchez hitting .312. Added a double and a walk to his offensive numbers last night, officially 1 for 3. He's been among the league leaders in the top 10 in the National League in hitting. One ball, 2 strikes.
Well, now that Shields was able to get Morrison on the strikeout, second and third, nobody out. He's got 2 strikes here on Gabby Sanchez. This is, once again, you go for the strikeout. Put him away. Now you got a chance to get out of the inning unscathed.
There's a pop fly into not too deep. Bold makes the catch, tagged by Wise. He's headed to the plate, and the throw hits Wise and is barehanded by Jaso on the carom off the base runner. So it's a sacrifice fly, and the Marlins get a first inning run. Wise, who reached on the error, scores.
Well, you see Fold lining it up to make the throw. Keeps it low. That throw is going to be a little bit up the line, and it clipped Wise on the way to the plate.
So the Marlins get an unearned run to break out in front. Staying at second base, Bonifacio. The hitter is Greg Dobbs. It's a little tap. That's a foul ball off his foot. Ball bounding down to Kochman at first base. Strike 1. Dobbs, 32 years old. He's been dividing time at third base primarily. We did see him at first in the opening game of this series. And he's in right field in this game today. It's up. Curveball high. 1-1. It's raining in Boston. The Brewers and the Red Sox game has been rain delayed. The start of that game. Ground ball down to second base. Zobrist takes care of that. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. 1-0, bottom of the first coming. We go to the bottom of the first inning. The Rays coming in to hit. Kids Sunday here at Tropicana Field. Johnny Damon's going to lead it off, followed by Ben Zobrist and Matt Joyce, Longoria, Kotzman, and Upton, 4, 5, and 6. Chase Ho, Fold, and Brainiac completing Joe Madden's lineup.
Marlins will send right-hander Chris Volstad to the mound this afternoon, 2-7 with a 6.07.
First pitch to Damon is a strike. Volstad, his numbers.
It has been a struggle for Chris.
And a line drive down to third, caught by Helms. And that is the first out.
Now let's take a look at the Marlin defense as it lines up left to right in the outfield. Logan Morrison, Dwayne Wise, and Greg Dobbs across the infield, third to first. Wes Helms, Emilio Bonifacio, Omar Infante, and Gabby Sanchez. Brett Hayes gets the catching duties today.
And Zobrist will be the hitter. Pitch outside. The Rays showing their Sunday stripes on this Father's Day.
Love that look.
Pitch is a strike. It's 1-1. Marlins tried that last night to break their losing streak. Didn't work out. And the Rays sporting that look today. 2-1. A little more on that Boston delay. I wondered about that. I got a call from Boston early this morning. Fly ball into left. And Morrison is the catch. And the weather was great. They say it's actually a beautiful day in Boston. The game was delayed, but it's not a rain delay. And as we get more info on that, the Red Sox game was delayed by pregame ceremonies. The Stanley Cup made an appearance, and that delayed the start of that game today between the Brewers and the Red Sox.
Yeah, the Stanley Cup can be tough to deal with from time to time. Has a little bit of an ego.
Unruly.
Yes.
Here is Matt Joyce. One ball and no strikes. Well, that Stanley Cup gets around, by the way.
Yeah, everybody gets a turn.
There's a strike.
I mean, I like the logistics of that. Everybody gets it for what, a day?
Yeah.
Take it around, do whatever they want with it.
Mm-hmm. 2-1. Family Fun Day continues. Pitch is outside. 3-1. And the pitch is a strike on the inside corner. 3-2. I don't know whether I should feel sorry for the Stanley Cup or congratulate the Stanley Cup. Well, the foul ball.
Knowing hockey players, you probably should feel sorry for the Stanley Cup at the hijinks that it's exposed to.
Yeah, that's a great breed. The hockey players.
Well, we saw them out here the other day taking batting practice.
They were great.
How about the pregame, the post-home run cream pop?
Yeah. Fly ball the other way into left, and Morrison is there, and it's a quick 1-2-3 for Volstad against the Rays. 2-1, 1-0 Florida.
Lead the Rays 1-0. Well, this afternoon's Wago is available in Spanish via SAP, brought to you by Coventry Healthcare of Florida.
A lot of youngsters in the ballpark on this family fun day. Hanley Ramirez opens the second and fouls the first pitch back. There's a strike. Ramirez, Infante, and Helms. Ramirez had a base hit, a couple of walks, and a stolen base in the game last night. Also scored a run. There goes the bat. Look out. Well, Ramirez taking one out of the Kelly Shopik book right there. Well, he's going to give the bat back. Ramirez asking for that bat back. Yeah, well, he's not taking a page out of Kelly Shopik's book because Kelly lets the fan keep the bat.
He does, and he's made a lot of people happy. Yeah, watch out.
And Ramirez is out on strikes. He might give that bat to that fan now. That fan returning the bat to Hanley Ramirez.
Now that would have been great if on the way back to the dugout he would have walked over and called him down and said, you know what, this thing doesn't work.
Omar Infante. It's a high pop up on the infield. Zobrist a couple of steps into the outfield. Two gone. Let's take a sneak peek of that Stanley Cup. That's what's going on in Boston. The Stanley Cup taking a duck tour there.
In anticipation of all that rain and bad weather you were talking about.
Yeah. Look at that. Well, there's the Stanley Cup. Apparently that making a start as well. The Stanley Cup. Helms takes a strike. That's fouled back. Boy, those guys in the truck. That's why all we have to do is show up and ride the train, because they are right on top of it all. We talk about the Stanley Cup. Instantly, there's video.
Usually it's ask and you shall receive. With the truck, it's mention and you shall receive.
Yeah, that's it. Those guys are really good.
On it.
A ball, 2 strikes. Check swing. So the count is 2-2. And a cut and a miss. Helms out on the changeup. 2 strikeouts in the inning. 1, 2, 3. We go to the Rays half of the second. 1-0 Florida. Rays coming in to hit in the bottom of the second in the game today and all season long. Tires Plus donates $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida. Evan Longoria leading off the Rays second. First pitch is a strike.
That's the way the lineup is constituted right now. That was a good curveball there by Volstad. Evan Longoria, one of 2 pure right-handed hitters in this lineup, and for good reason.
You know, that's kind of interesting, and I know where you're going with that, because he's had a lot of trouble with left-handed hitters this year.
I mean, left-handed hitters, he's given up 14 home runs this year. Left-handed hitters are hitting .340 off him with 13 of the 14 home runs. And where they're really wearing him out is on the fastball with a batting average of .419 off of his fastball. So you knew that the lineup was going to be chock full of the left-handed hitters.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
When you look at reasons why behind that, you look at the breakout of those fastballs against lefties.
Full count.
The glaring problem that you see is up until this point, he has not pitched in against lefties very much. Majority of fastballs are away. You start leaning out there because you don't fear the ball in.
And strike 3 call. Longoria caught looking. You know, that's interesting, because here's a guy. He has over 60 decisions in the major leagues. He's 29 and 33.
Right.
His career numbers are not as lopsided as they've been this year, right-hander, left-handed.
No, there's a good slider there, strike all the way that gets Longoria, and you're right. And you would also think that with that amount of experience, he would realize, the importance of pitching in. And if you are getting hit like he is against left-handed hitters, that you would look to make that adjustment, maybe start to pitch in a little bit more, back some guys off the plate, because word gets around, and if you're going to stay away all the time, those hitters are going to start leaning out there, and pitches become much easier to hit.
The pitch away and off the plate to Kochman. The count is 1-1. Yeah, his career breakout left-handed hitters, right-handed hitters are actually pretty close. 270 against right-handed hitters and 278 against lefties. But a big difference this year, 340 versus 254. 2-2 the count on Kochman.
When a hitter, specifically in this case, a left-handed hitter, can divide the plate in half and only worry about the half that's away from him, makes it real easy.
No, come on. And that's a strike in the inside corner right there. And Kochman didn't like that much.
Well, and that right there just proves what we're talking about. Guys aren't even worried about the inside pitch on Chris Volstad, and right there is a really good hitter with 2 strikes who very rarely gets caught looking. His fastball very close. It's a borderline pitch, but you could see Kochman not even worried about it. Gets completely frozen because he just doesn't throw in there a lot.
You can see Casey's reaction. He just wasn't very happy at all over that call by Brian Runge. Now Upton takes the first pitch, and that's a strike. Runge looking in to the Rays dugout. BJ says, hey, how about, can I hit? All right, here we go.
What BJ was saying there is Chris Volstad is working very quickly. BJ's like, hey, can I get set here?
Well, Volstad was working quickly. Runge wasn't. There's a little chop to the right side. Volstad's going to have to cover, and he's going to be late. He got a late jump off the mound, and BJ is aboard.
Yeah, and I don't know if it would have mattered. BJ Upton, there was a little venom getting down the line quick, just a chopper. Look at him right now. He's going. He's already got designs on winning that race, and he does pretty easily.
Volstad takes about 2 beats before he left the mound. And once he did that, there was no chance that he was going to beat Upton there. Here's John Jaso. Over to first. Upton is back in. Again, a move to first. So Volstad paying close attention. Volstad's been better with base runners. He's had a few to contend with this year, but that stolen base to caught stealing ratio has been pretty good for him. The pitch is a strike, and he had Upton frozen over there at first base. He wasn't sure if Volstad was coming over again or not.
And sometimes it takes a couple of pitches to get the pitcher's rhythm down, his mannerisms, and then you go.
Close attention being paid to Upton. BJ 6th in the National League or in the American League with 6. Got 14 or 16 stolen bases, 16 out of 20, and 6th in the American League in stolen bases. He's going. Pitch is a ball, and the throw is not in time. So stolen base for Upton. It's number 17.
Yeah, good jump there by BJ. He's almost starting to lean a little bit early, but he gets a good jump. Gets in there relatively easily.
The count to Jaso goes to 1-1. Jaso's 3 out of 5 with a walk lifetime against Volstad. Takes a look at this pitch, too low. 2-1. Marlins scored a run in the first. We're in the bottom of the second inning. That's the only run of the game so far.
Well, this is a part of the game where Volstad has struggled. Runners in scoring position.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, the batting average off of Volstad this year is .298. Now that is 3rd worst in the National League, but with runners in scoring position, it's .361. You see right there, .325 with runners on, .361 if they're in scoring position.
A little chop to the right side. Infante takes care of that. The Rays leave a man at second. We're through 2, on to the third. 1-0 Florida. Welcome to Rays Sunday Baseball, brought to you all season by Hyundai. We go to the third, 1-0. The Marlins scored an unearned run in the first. They'll have Brett Hayes, the catcher, to lead it off, followed by Wise and then Bonifacio. Hayes, 318 average starting play. Lifts a fastball into shallow center, and J. Upton coming in, taking charge on that one. 1 away. Boston has jumped to a 4-0 lead on Milwaukee. Euclid hit a 3-run home run. His 11th home run of the year. Takes the first pitch on the inside part of the plate for a strike. Breaking ball to start him. 0-2. Wise reached on that error his first time and eventually scored. Pitch pretty close. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Out swinging at the changeup.
But the sequencing by James Shields in that at bat was, it was hysterical. He gets ahead, throws a changeup, and then right back to the changeup, then right back to the changeup. I mean, it was like once he got 2 strikes, he's like, I'm going to throw it till you swing at it. John Jaso wasting no time throwing down the 4 fingers, and Shields no tying no.
Bonifacio lifting a fly ball into left on the first pitch and caught by Sam Fuld. 1-2-3. Rays coming in to hit, down 1-0.
Third inning, it's the Marlins 1, the Rays nothing. Get in on the action with the exclusive on-field seating in the Papa John's bullpen box. Available dates are going fast, so act now to make your private group reservation behind the Rays bullpen by calling 888-FAN-RAYS and go online at raysbaseball.com.
Sam Fuld has taken the first pitch for a strike. He's hitting 8th in the lineup. Joe Madden, for the second time in this homestand, has gone with the same lineup in back-to-back games. Gold behind in the count now. Joe had done that a couple times earlier this year.
On accident.
Not very often do you see the Rays put out that same lineup 2 days in a row.
No, it's been getting closer to a lineup that's, I wouldn't say regular, but as of late, you know, a lot of that goes to Johnny Damon moving into that leadoff spot.
Roller down to third, backhanded by Helms, but he cannot make a play, and Fuld has a base hit.
Now, how many times we've seen Sam Fuld recently with base hits the opposite way without making very good contact? Look at this. Just stick his bat out. You force Helms to move. Once he has to go down, no way with full speed you're going to get him. I mean, just plain pepper with that line.
So the Rays have the leadoff man on base with some speed. Reed Brignac in the batter's box, and another move to first. Volstad, who kept paying a lot of attention to Upton before BJ stole second, goes over there. The toss to first with Sam Fuld over there. Foul, out of play. 1 strike. Boston has a 6-run first. Milwaukee batting in the top of the second. 6-0 Boston. Minnesota with a 1-0 lead. Brignac takes the pitch wide. 1-1. He had a double and 2 walks last night. Stolen base, a run batted in, and a run scored. So he was busy at the plate. Another toss. Sam pulled back in. Olmstead has not won a game since April. The 26th of April, he beat the Dodgers. Since then, he's lost 6 decisions in a row with 3 no decisions in the mix. So that's 9 starts without a win.
And he's lost his last 4 in a row and not done it very, let's just say it has not been pretty. Too many base runners. Last 22 and 2/3 innings coming into this start. Almost 40 base runners, almost 2 an inning. Just too many opportunities for the opposition.
Upstairs.
And in his last start, he pitched against the Phillies in Philadelphia, gave up 10 hits in 5 2/3, including 4 home runs. So it has just been one of those years.
And a ground ball up the middle. It gets past Bonifacio. That's a base hit. Cole stops at second. Bonifacio couldn't get over there. He was thinking about maybe trying to start a double play.
Yeah, and when the year's going the other way, this play gets made. This is a hard hit ball right here, a little slide, maybe get a double play, and not even able to knock it down. The ball eludes the grasp into center field, and the Rays with the first 2 on board.
Now it's the top of the order, Johnny Damon. Damon out in front, strike 1. Olmstead was a 12-game winner last year. He was 12-9 with his club. Johnny Shorten's on the bat. Pitch is down and in. He made 30 starts. Earned on average was over 4.5. With a 12-9 record with a shutout in the mix. There's a strike on the outside part of the plate, and it's 1-2. Tap by the mound to short. Bonifacio steps on the bag. His throw to first, not in time. Gold goes to third.
Now there was a little double clutch action there by Bonifacio, and that's what prevented him from being able to turn that double play or at least make it closer. See right here, he's trying to hurry, get the ball, get to the bag. Right there, he had to double clutch, and Damon beats it out.
First and third for Ben Zobrist. So the Rays got a man at first base for the first time in this game. Olmstead out of Palm Beach Gardens High School. First round pick by the Marlins in the 2005 draft, which is a strike to Zobrist. Nothing out of that. Fans aren't big fans of that move either. In his 4th season, 86 starts in the big leagues. He's only 24 years old. Zobrist takes a fastball. It's down 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Change up. Wants that. Wants to try to sink the ball at sinkers and sliders. Occasional change up. Damon back in at first. Goes away. A sinker.
Well, we continue to see outside of that fastball into Kochman, just away, everything away to the lefties. That forces you to have to be perfect out there. That's a tough way to pitch.
And at a hitter's count, 3-1. And he sends a fly ball into center. Wise will make the catch. Gold makes the tag and heads to the plate, and he is safe. Game tied 1-1 on a sacrifice fly to center. Well, the Rays put the leadoff man on, and they convert that into a run. The 37th run batted in for Zobrist.
Wayne Wise lining up to make the throw, trying to gun down Sam Fuld. Just a little bit tardy. Ben Zobrist got just enough of that ball off the end of the bat.
Now Matt Joyce. Matt looped the fly ball into left, caught by Morrison in the first. Damon back in at first. So it's a 1-1 game. Yeah, hitting .330 off right-handed pitching. The pitch is away outside. Want to know what you have here is one of the American League's leading hitters against right-handed pitching, and one of the National League's starting pitchers who's really struggled against left-handed hitters. Ground ball toward the middle, backhanded, and the glove flip. Infante to Bonifacio to retire the side. Rays score the tying run onto the 4th, 1-1.
Thanks for all you've done for me, and hopefully I can pitch a good game for you tonight. Happy Father's Day.
Hey, Dad. Just wanted to say Happy Father's Day. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and just a big Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, especially the new ones with their first Father's Day.
And on this Father's Day, the Rays and the Marlins have completed the first three. The youngsters with their dads at the ballpark here at Tropicana Field. Logan Morrison takes the first pitch, and that's a strike, and that has been the case with every hitter so far for Shields. 12 of 12 in the first strike department. First pitch strike. 0-2 now.
Yeah, and James Shields right now resembling the right-handed version of Mark Burley. I mean, get it and throw it. He's wasting no time in between pitches.
Too low. Change up. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's what you'll see a good pitcher do when he's got a good idea of how he wants to attack a hitter. He's in good rhythm, feels good mechanically. Get it and throw it.
Too low. Breaking ball there. Curve ball. 2-2. It made 33 pitches through the first 3 innings. Only 6 non-strikes. 2-2 with Logan Morrison. With a foul ball. Piece of that one. Pitch started wide and then started to break to the plate. And Morrison, the late swing, just got a piece of it to stay alive.
That's exactly right. Late recognition. That was that backdoor cutter. He barely got a piece of it.
Just got a little bit of that one as well. Holding the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Swing and a miss. Morrison tagged out. Strikeout number 5 for Shields. Time to take a look at today's trivia question presented by AT&T. Who's the interleague leader in career doubles among active players? Loading up on the AT&T interleague quiz. Pitch is a strike to Gabby Sanchez. Sanchez drove in a run with a sacrifice fly to left in the first inning. Pitch popped up left side. It's Longoria. 2 quick outs here in the 4th. That'll be Greg Dobbs. Grounded out his first time. Missed the fastball.
Now that's where it starts with James Shields, when he's able to bore that fastball, and the majority of them today have been right down there at the knees.
And there's another strike.
How about that? Now the cutter. You know, we've seen him throw that back door. A couple of times he's come with that cutter in. He's starting to throw it in more on lefties. Both sides of the plate. Shields right now is in tremendous rhythm.
Swing and a foul ball right at the feet of Jaso. He threw a curveball there, and Dobbs just did get a piece of it.
You know, and if you're Greg Dobbs, what are you thinking? This is the good look at the curveball on Foxmo and just getting a piece, but you got a fastball away, cutter in, now a curveball down and in. What's coming next? Changeup maybe? I mean, loves that pitch.
Pitch drops low.
Try to come with the backdoor cutter.
He started that one about the same way he started the pitch to Morrison. He got him. Came back with a changeup. Well, I'll tell you, Dom just about saw it all right there and strikes out. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 1-1 ball game.
All square at one. Experience a Rays game from the all-inclusive Whitney Bank Club, offering extraordinary seating and luxurious lounge and dining areas. The Whitney Bank Club features an upscale full-menu buffet and inclusive drink options. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or go to raysbaseball.com to purchase tickets or for more information.
Evan Longoria bounces one foul outside of third. That's a strike. Longoria called out on strikes his first time. One of a couple posted by Chris Volstad. Ground ball headed toward the middle, and there's a base hit to the left of Bonifacio. So a base hit for Longoria, and for the second straight inning, the Rays have their leadoff man on via the base hit.
Well, Chris Volstad wants to go with the fastball in. See where the Brett Hayes is set up. Watch where this pitch ends up. That's not in. Evan gets a good swing down on it, hits that ball hard and up the middle and into center field.
It'll be Casey Kochman. Pitch to Casey is a strike. Rays got their run on a sacrifice fly in the third from Ben Zobrist. A ball and a strike. There goes the runner, and the pitch hit on the ground, and a base hit through the open shortstop spot. Going to third is Longoria. So the Rays have men at first and third. Well, they start the runner, and Kochman executes it perfectly.
That's an easy call for Joe Madden because Casey Kochman makes good contact, and you know if you're a left-handed hitter, the pitch is going to be away from you. So you know you're going to get a pitch away. You got a guy at the plate that can handle the bat and put the ball in play. You're going to have a huge hole. Joe Madden doesn't waste any time putting it on, and it works out as planned.
So Longoria goes to third, and B.J. Upton is in the batter's box. And He shortens now, throw to first, and they're going to pick Kochman off. So Kochman is picked off first base.
Well, something was going on there. There was a missed sign or something, because Casey Kochman took off like that was another hit and run, or Evan was coming down the line. There was a lot going on there and no action at the plate. Watch this. Well, I think Kochman did the bluff steal, and then when BJ took that, he was caught out a little too far off first base.
Upton takes a pitch down. The count to BJ is 1-1.
That play did not work as planned.
Two and one. Outside.
I think that may have been that first and third bunt play that Joe Madden likes to put on. Guys were getting aggressive, and what makes it worse is BJ took that pitch for a strike.
Yep.
You got to make an attempt, and that's why I think they were able to catch Kochman off the bag.
Count now. It's a 3-1 slider.
Yeah, almost a predetermined swing. This ball's nowhere near the zone. See the depth on it into the dirt.
And there is ball 4. The Rays put that man back at first and third on the first walk given up by Volstad. Going to get a visit from Randy St. Clair, the pitching coach. And this afternoon's AT&T trivia question: the interleague leader in career doubles among active players, who might that be? None other than Johnny Damon, 57 in interleague play. Derek Jeter follows Damon, 4 behind him. Now John Jaso. Jaso grounded out to second on a curveball in the second. He's 0 for 1, and now a toss to first, and Upton is back in. Another move over there. A run, 5 hits for the Rays. A run, 1 hit for Florida. Jaso takes the pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. Toronto has a 1-0 lead at Cincinnati, top of the 6th. Rays tied with Florida. There goes Upton. The pitch is low, and the throw is not in time. Stolen base number 2 of the day for B.J. Upton.
A little bit closer this time, but I think Bonifacio got the tag on B.J.'s trail leg. You see, the jump was not as good. That's why this was closer. But you see that tag was on the right leg of BJ, left leg on the back.
Fastball is high. Chaso's ahead in the count, 3-0. 2 men in scoring position now on that steal by Upton. Longoria's at third. And ball 4 away. That loads the bases. 2 singles and 2 walks. The pickoff when Hayes got Kochman off first. So they're loaded for Sam Fuld.
Now this stays right in line with Chris Volstad's year. You know, first time through the lineup, the batting average against him is .234. But boys, you wrap around that second time through, it pops up to .330 in a hurry. And once again, we've seen the pitches to the left-handed hitters away, away, away.
Fuld takes a pitch down. A sinker. It's 1-0. Take a look at that. 234 to 330. And 333 the third time through. Two and 0.
Well, and again, away with the changeup. It's a pretty good pitch, but with a couple of walks this inning, you're not going to get the borderline.
Ground ball. Sanchez comes home out there, down to first, out there. They get the double play, and the Rays do not score. Fuld grounds into the double play, started by Sanchez. 3-2-3 on the double play. We go to the fifth, tied 1-1.
Tropicana Field still tied up at 1 between the Marlins and the Rays. Fans, be sure to tune in on Friday, July the 1st for the 2011 Rays broadcast auction to benefit the Rays Baseball Foundation and the Tampa General Hospital Children's Medical Center. The Rays will auction off one-of-a-kind experiences with your favorite Rays players, including hitting lessons with Johnny Damon, exclusive ticket packages, a trip to the All-Star Game, and more.
First pitch in here to Hanley Ramirez is too low, and that's the first time in this game that Shields has not thrown a first pitch strike. The chopper headed toward the middle. Brignac with a pickup and a quick throw to first gets Ramirez. That's a nice play. Brignac has been outstanding defensively here on this homestand and made a nice play there.
Yeah, this is a chopper here. He's got to move to his left quickly, field, and get rid of it. Ramirez hustling up the line. Or not. Nice play.
Well, that's the first out. Let's see if Ramirez taking a little time coming off, and he's had that back problem. In fact, right there you saw a move. And we saw something the other night on him defensively.
Well, when he went way back in the hole and took a ground ball to the backhand and then jumped through to second base, he put a lot of torque on his body. And we saw him go down, bend over, take his glove off for a second. And that right there, something definitely happened about 3/4 of the way down the line, because you saw a definite change in the body language.
Foul ball by Infante, and it's 1-2. He had that lower back issue that was reportedly extremely painful for him. He's not moving all that well right now. Line drive headed back toward the corner, and it's going to be in there. It'll go to the wall, and Gold will have to play it off the bottom of the fence. It's a double for Infante, and you can see Sam Foltz started to get into that Super Sam dive mode, but held up when he realized that he wasn't going to be able to catch that ball even with a diving effort.
Yeah, he was trying to make his mind up. You get a good view of it here. He's going. And then right there, you see the pull-up. You realize he didn't have his cape on and let it roll to the wall.
I think Todd has his cape today. Better run down there and give it to him. Here's Wes Helms. Pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Hey, Sam made some of those catches without his cape, so I'm not sure he even really needs it.
I would agree. And you can see right there, he's still wondering, what should I have done?
2-0, but how can a superhero ever second guess himself? It's not a high percentage move.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Check of the runner and the pitch. 2-1. The Marlins with a man in scoring opportunity on the 2-base hit by Infante. He had a double last night. That's his 11th double of the year. Helms fouls it away, out of play. 2-2. Upstairs, so a full count. This is the first time Shields has had a 3-ball count on a hitter in this game, and he comes back with a strike call. He got him on a 3-2 cutter. Picks up another strikeout. That's 7.
Well, Wes Helms was not looking for this pitch. The front door cutter, the one that you start in towards him. He gives up on it, thinking that's a fastball in off the plate. Then watch the late movement. Take it right over the inner half of the plate, and Helms gets caught looking.
Oh, what a 3-2 pitch that is.
Yes, I mean, it's gutsy to throw, but it's also a pitch that deep into a count where a guy hasn't seen it. You know, if I execute it, it's a strikeout looking.
Pitch a little bit off the plate.
More than likely, a guy's not going to see that ball out of the hand in off the plate and swing at it. So he's going to take it, give up on it, and if it's executed, you get the movement you're looking for, you'll get the strikeout.
A 1-ball, no strike count. This one winds up outside, a curveball. 2 balls and no strikes, the count. Foul out of play. Our old friend Miguel Cairo has hit a 2-run home run, and the Reds have taken a 2-1 lead over the Toronto Blue Jays. Third home run for Cairo, and if I'm not mistaken, he is the last original Devil Ray from that '98 team still active in the major leagues. Popper left side, foul ball, and caught by Evan Longoria. Marlins leave a man at second. Bottom of the fifth coming. We're tied. The Rays come in to hit in the bottom of the fifth inning. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule, brought to you by Just for Men Hair Color. Rays will be leaving for Milwaukee tonight, play there tomorrow night against the Brewers. First time the Rays will play in Milwaukee. Then on to Houston and back on the 27th against the Reds. The Cardinals also in on that homestand. As we look forward to the upcoming Rays schedule, you can live forward with Just for Men Hair Color. And Jeff Neiman back active, and he will make the start tomorrow night against the Brewers. Big cut by Brignac, and he missed the changeup, strike one. It'll be Neiman, Hellickson, and Price. 2 night games and a day game from Milwaukee. Ground ball. It's picked up by Infante, and Brignac is retired. One away. That's going to get the top of the order, Johnny Damon, to the plate. And here's our Auto-Weight text poll. Text your vote to 789-789. Is Johnny Damon a future Hall of Famer? TB1, yes, and TB2, no. Standard rate supply. Well, he came up with his 500th double. He fouls this one out of play. That's a strike. And how about this? If you add the stolen bases in there, it's a very exclusive club. Only Paul Molitor and Willie Mays. And all of those guys are Hall of Famers.
They are. And I'll go one further. If you add in sleeveless T-shirts in the closet, Johnny Damon's the only member of that club.
2-1.
I mean, we can take it out as far as you want.
Is that a category that you'd like to consider?
Not really.
I mean, even in the Fashion Hall of Fame, I'm not sure that would qualify.
Maybe the Burns Worst Dress List or whatever that is. I think if he puts together a few more years.
Ground ball down to first. Sanchez with a toss to Volstad. 2 gone now.
Now, I think if he puts together a few more years and gets to that 3,000 hit mark, then it becomes real serious. With the rest of those numbers, and you add on the fact, 3,100 career hits.
Well, if he got 3,000 hits, he's got to be a cinch.
I mean, absolutely, especially with all the other numbers. And he's closed in on that. He's at, what, 26, 2650 in that range?
I mean, right now, just in the company he's in, I mean, it's a serious conversation. And Zobrist lifts one toward the line and left. Morrison trying to run a direct line, but can't get there. Ball rolling into the bullpen and down by the bench. Around second and holding with a double is Ben Zobrist. Ben collecting his 23rd double of the year.
Well, here's our checkers double of the game. Ball that stays middle of the plate. Ben Zobrist swings down on it, just kind of flares it out to left, and Morrison, the heck of an effort. But that ball hits the heel of the glove and rolls right out the top.
Only hitter with more doubles in the American League than Zobrist would be Adrian Gonzalez. So Ben in scoring position. There's Matt Joyce with a chance to put the Rays on top. Fouls the first pitch, strike one. Off speed. Bouncing ball foul. 2 strikes now. Set. Coming into this game 2-7. It's inside. The road has not been kind to Volstad this year either. In 6 starts and 851 earned run average, he's 0-3 on the road. But he's limited the Rays to just a run on 6 hits so far in this game. That is strike 3 call. Joyce not happy. Rays leave a man at second. We're tied 1-1. Here as we go to the 6th inning. And a Toyota inside look at what James Shields has done this year. Tops in complete games, tops in shutouts. Tied for second in strikeouts, and that earned run average not bad coming in either.
Yeah, how about the fact that those...
There's a shot by Wise. It's going to be foul. Strike 1.
How about the fact that the shutouts, 3 shutouts, that's more than 26 teams in all of baseball, and the 4 complete games, is more than 21 other teams just by himself.
And a base hit. Wise staying back and reaching down to line that one into center field. He's on for the second time.
Well, talk about getting Wise. James Shields has been attacking him with the changeup, especially after getting ahead. And that's exactly what he did there. And Wise stayed right on it, hit it right back up the middle. He's seen enough of this. That's not a bad pitch. I mean, my goodness, you can't put it in a much better spot. But having seen it down there consistently all day long, he's able to go out and poke it up the middle.
Bonifacio on Wise was running. Just about to say, with this combination, you might see some action in this tie game, and Wise taking off immediately.
Well, this is exactly why the Marlins have configured their lineup in this manner. Give them opportunities up at the top of the order. When one of these two get on, you better believe there's going to be some action. A team that is struggling mightily to score runs.
Over to first in the dirt and blocked by Kochman. That's the other thing that really helps Shields. We talked about Longoria third earlier. These guys on the corners with Longoria and Kochman in pickoff situations, you're just not afraid to make a play on any runner at any time. Ground ball back to the mound. Shields to Brignac 1 to Kochman 2. 1-6-3 on the double play. Bonifacio grounds into 2.
You know, he got him reaching. The ball comes off the turf here, or the dirt, but right there, glove side. Nice feed, good turn. Well done. And getting back to what you were talking about, Dwayne, with those pickoff throws, what it allows you to do as a pitcher and as a staff is to be aggressive with the pickoff throw to the bag. You're not just worried about getting it over in the neighborhood and making sure you give a good feed. You can be aggressive with that throw at the bag because you know you got two good glove men who are going to come up with it.
Pitch away to Logan Morrison. It's 2-0. There they are. Rays again strong on the corners defensively. That's why that first baseman, it's so important to have a good defensive player there. High fly ball. Upton making the call. BJ's got it. We're headed into the home half of the 6th. We're tied 1-1. Pitcher's duel, and James Shields has been his predictable self so far. 1 unearned run on 3 hits. The run came on a sacrifice fly from Sanchez in the first, scoring Wise, who had reached on an error. The Rays got their run in the 3rd inning on a sacrifice fly to center off the bat of Ben Zobrist, scoring Sam Cole. It's a 1-1 ball game, and here we go into the bottom of the 6th. It's outside to Evan Longoria. Evan opened the 4th inning with the base hit. How about that 4th when the Rays did not score? They did everything but score in that inning. Infante takes care of that. So Longoria pops out.
You know, we talked about Evan Longoria and having consistent at-bats. You know, the last bat, he got a ball down and out over the plate. He hit it hard back up the middle. And then here's another fastball catching a lot of plate, and he just jams himself. And ball right off the label. Look at that, right down the middle. His reach goes out so far that he hits that ball off the label almost to the handle.
Here's Kochman. 1 ball, no strikes. In that 4th inning, the Rays had 2 hits and 2 walks and a stolen base in the inning and did not score. 2 balls and a strike. Pickoff of first and a double play ball ended any hope the Rays might have had of taking the lead in that inning. Kochman swings through it. The count is 2-2. Full count. One out, bases empty. And he draws the walk. So the Rays have a base runner with 1 out. Let's check in with Todd. Todd?
Dwayne, thank you. Amidst the turmoil this morning after the resignation of Edwin Rodriguez, there was some good news for the Florida Marlins. Josh Johnson, their ace, who's been throwing some long toss, got his 2nd bullpen session of the weekend, and he threw 20 pitches on Friday. Today, he threw 25 to 30 pitches. He's currently on the 60-day DL with that inflammation in his right shoulder, but he's eligible to come off the weekend after the All-Star break. So if all goes well and he continues to progress, they could see him sometime soon after the break, and that would be a big boost for a team that has really struggled, guys.
All right, here's B.J. Upton for the Rays. Strike 1. Well, just about 3 weeks ago, this Florida team 10 games over and fighting for first with the Philadelphia Phillies in the East. And right now they're 12.5 behind the Phillies, last in the National League East. Meanwhile, Washington has gotten hot. The Nationals have won 8 in a row. They're 3rd in the division now, just a game under 500. One ball and 2 strikes. Identical record with the New York Mets, tied for 3rd. BJ is out on strikes. And had some nice bite to that slider.
Watch this thing start on the plate, and he takes it right off. That is a perfect two strike slider, and look at the swing by Upton.
So Kochman is still at first with 2 outs, and John Jaso is stepping in. Takes an opening fastball for a strike. Pitch away. An 0-1 count. 1-1. Volstad has mixed in some pretty good outings in this winless stretch, but he hasn't gotten any support either. 2-1. 6 games he's lost, they've scored him a little over 2.5 runs in support. Problem is he's been giving up at least 3 runs, and that's just not getting the job done. Struggled against the Phillies his last time. He pitched 2 outs into the 7th inning. The time before that against Atlanta, 6 2/3. Walked 2, struck out 7, and gave up just 3 runs. But lost 3-2 in that game. This will be pitch number 100. And Jaso takes ball 3. 2 outs. Kochman will be off with the pitch. Full count to Jaso. And a ground ball. Infante at second. The Rays do not score. They leave a man. Through 6, it's a 1-1 contest.
I love you. I'd like to say happy Father's Day to my dad back in New Hampshire. Thanks for everything. Thanks for being a good dad. Happy Father's Day to me, too, because it's Father. I got a little kid, too. But more importantly, happy Father's Day, Dad. Thanks.
Well, there's a youngster on Father's Day. A lot of the kids out with their dads. Happy Father's Day on a Kids Sunday here at Tropicana Field.
Get it.
Gabby Sanchez hits a popper in the shallow right. And Joyce makes the catch.
That is determination.
If you don't succeed the first time, that's a good lesson that a lot of dads teach their youngsters. Stick to itiveness. And a ground ball by Dobbs. Zobrist takes care of that. So 2 very quick outs here in the 7th inning.
Number 2.
So Ramirez will take a little time getting to the plate with the 2 quick outs of Gabby Sanchez and Greg Dobbs. A fly ball to right and a ground ball to second.
I think he may have gone down another button today in the jersey. Top 2 yesterday. Down to 3.
You might be right. This pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
big chest workout last night after the ball game.
Two balls, no strikes. And a strike makes it 2-1. Great pitch count again for Shields in this game. And he jams him, a popper, shallow left. Brignac's there to make the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. 7th inning stretch time. It's a 1-1 game. Tropicana Field on Father's Day. Bottom of the 7th inning. Fans taking their 7th inning stretch. Marlins scored a run in the first. The Rays scored a run in the third. Chris Volstad, the 24-year-old right-hander. So far, the Rays have 6 hits off him. He's walked 3, given up a run, and has struck out 4. Over 100 pitches in this game. The Rays will have Sam Fold to lead it off. Fold, Brignac, and Damon. Well, Sam has scored the run for the Rays. He opened the 3rd inning with a base hit. That led to a run. Ryan Webb, the right-hander, and Randy Choate, the left-hander, throwing in the bullpen for the Marlins. And the pitch is a strike to Sam Fold. Sam also grounded into that 3-2-3 double play in the 4th when the Rays had all those base runners but couldn't score. Fly ball center field. Wise going back is there and makes the catch. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th.
Wayne Wise was playing Sam Fuld awfully shallow. Had to get on his horse and get back there to make that catch. See where he's at, right on the burst.
Reed Brignac. One ball, no strikes. Reed 1 for 2. Had a double in the game last night. Hits this one to the opposite side with some slice, but Morrison is there. Two up and two down in the 7th inning. And today's Auto-Wave poll question: is Johnny Damon a future Hall of Famer? TB1 yes, TB2 no. Text your vote to 789-789. Standard message rates apply. Johnny Damon up there, and he looks at the first pitch, ball 1. Johnny officially 0 for 3. Two and nothing. Promptly Damon ahead in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Picks up the corner, says Brian Runge. 3-1. And there's ball 4. 2-out walk. Well, the pitch count for Volstad's 113. They've come in the last 2 outings. He's at 111 right now.
Well, the summer is heating up, and the Rays have a 6-pack offer just for you. The Rays Summer Select 6-pack enables you to choose your games in June, July, and August, and starts at just $48. Visit RaysBaseball.com or call 888-FAN-RAYS today.
Well, after the visit, Volstad out there and prepares to pitch to Ben Zobrist. Ben is the RBI for the Rays. The pitch is down. 1-0. Rays in a tie game. The Rays are 11-6 in 1-run games. The only team in the big leagues with a better winning percentage in 1-run games would be the San Francisco Giants. That's a strike around the knees. 1-1. Damon back in, head first. Ground ball down to first, and Sanchez steps on the bag to retire the side. Walk and a man left. On to the 8th, 1-1. brought to you by Hyundai. Introducing the Hyundai Assurance Trade-in Value Guarantee. See your Hyundai dealer for details. By Subway, eat fresh. And by Coventry Healthcare of Florida, lighting the way to better health. Beautiful day here at Tampa Bay. Rays and the Marlins are tied 1-1 as we go to the 8th. Both starting pitchers through the front 7 have been very good. Shields exceptionally good in his strike throwing department, as he usually is. First pitch comes in a little high. He threw first pitch strikes to the first 14 men he faced in this game. That's a strike. He had made 76 pitches through 7 innings. 56 for strikes, only 20 non-strikes. Close to Infante. 2-1. Omar Infante doubled in the 5th. One of the 3 hits allowed by Shields. Goldstead, on the other hand, has made 114 pitches, 61 strikes, 53 non-strikes. This one is headed into left field. Fold on the run. He got it. Sam Fold makes a diving catch as he winds up on the warning track. Fold measured that one. Had just enough extension to haul it in. Stamp it with a star.
Off the same hitter. Infante was the one that last time where he was in between, do I dive, don't I? And he likes watching that, absolutely.
He proves he doesn't need a cape. He makes this catch without one. Sam.
And he made that catch in Chicago in right field, diving away from home plate towards the corner. Now he does it in left, glove side. Fantastic.
Well, Helms jammed and rolls it down to third. Low throw. Kochman can't come up with this one. That ball just died on Longoria. So Helms, who was jammed on that pitch, jammed. And here's that throw. Second error of the game charged to Longoria.
Well, plenty of time, and that ball way low. That still hit the turf. Didn't even make it over to the dirt area, and Kochman not able to come up with it.
5 errors charged to Evan on the year. Brett Hayes. Pitch is low. Another look at that catch by Sam Fold. Well, you weren't quite sure, but he got that last step and a little lift off, and it got him there to make the catch. Two and 0. One on, one out. A 1-1 ball game in the 8th. Pitch is foul back. I just think Helms reaching on that error. You talk about having some pitches made to you. Shields struck him out on a great changeup and a great sequence in the second. And then he got him looking on the cutter in the 5th inning and really got the pitch in on him to jam him to get that little ground ball to third in the 8th. It's been a tough day for Helms because Shields has made great pitches against him. Foul ball back by Hayes. It's 2-2.
And he's seen them all. Like you said, the changeup, the front door cutter, the fastball in on your thumbs. Be happy if and when the Rays go to that bullpen, no matter who comes out.
1 on, 1 out. Two to Hayes, and he got him. Curveball, and he got Hayes to chase. So another strikeout. That's 8 on the day for Shields.
Really just buried the knuckle curve. Been around the plate all day with high quality stuff. Hayes is trying to protect right there and just commits too far.
Dwayne Wise is the hitter. He's been on twice, had a single his last time. 1 ball, no strikes. Little looper into short left, and this one is caught by Fold. Fold coming in this time, diving forward, and he makes another outstanding catch. 2 great plays by Fold in the 8th. He went into the corner on the ball hit by Omar Infante, made a diving grab for out number 1. Try that one. And then he got this one off the bat of Wise to end it. Bottom of the 8th coming. 1-1 tie. Sunday Baseball, brought to you all season by Hyundai. A 1-1 ball game, the Rays and the Marlins. How about this for a defensive display by that guy, Sam Fold, in the top of the 8th.
Now Sam Fold going away, glove side, outstanding, and then finish it off with this. And there's your starting pitcher showing some appreciation.
Well, those are the things that keep this Rays ball club in games day in and day out. And the thing that they're counting on to keep them in the race, great pitching like we've seen from Shields, and then great defense behind them. Ron Webb, the new pitcher, and there's a line drive base hit by Matt Joyce on the first pitch. Webb started it with a fastball, and Joyce smacks a single into right.
Well, he didn't waste any time. See a pitch, get it out over the plate, got just enough of it. Get it over the head of Infante out at second base. And the Rays with the leadoff man aboard here in the 8th.
Webb pitched the 8th inning last night for Florida. Found himself in a bases loaded situation and got out of it. He's in relief of Volstad today. Evan Longoria takes a pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. First, and back in is Matt Joyce. Volstad pitched 7. Made 114 pitches, allowing a run on 6 hits with 4 strikeouts and 4 walks. Close. 2 balls, no strikes. Evan had a single in the 4th. And now Randy St. Clair heads to the mound.
I think that is Bert Badenhop and not Randy Joe.
Made a quick trip to the mound here after Webb fell behind Longoria.
Hey, usually when you make a trip out there that's that quick, you're noticing something. You notice something that's glaring. You want to fix it before this inning gets out of hand. It's a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 8th. Not a whole lot of margin for error.
Evan has struck out, singled, and popped out. Bounces it in and out of the glove of Webb. He's going to have to go to first. He had a potential double play right there. Joyce moves into second.
Well, you know, you talk about the little things. You talk about the Rays and Sam Fuld making those diving catches to stay in ball games. This right here is a gift double play. A one-hopper back to the pitcher that he has immediately. Webb not able to squeeze the glove, and now the Rays 1 out, runner in scoring position.
And every time something like that happens, the Marlins start to second guess themselves again in a stretch like the one they've gone through.
The 8 greatest moments in MLB All-Star Game history are going head-to-head to determine which is the most memorable of all time. Go to MLB.com/moments and vote now for your favorite midsummer classics, and then tune in to the 2011 MLB All-Star Game on Tuesday, July the 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, here on Fox to find out who the big winner is.
Well, the pitching change brings on the former Ray. With Casey Kochman and his left-handed bat due, Randy Choate gets the call.
He's on for the 30th time. Minuscule ERA.
And the pitch is inside. A ball, no strikes. Kochman has singled and walked in this game. Randy pitched 2/3 of an inning Friday. Kochman tried to check, but that's a strike. It's 1-1.
A little bit too far.
Choke retired Kochman on a ground ball to third here Friday night. And a good look. Pitch is down. Fastball from Choke. 2 balls and a strike. Volstad worked 7 innings. Webb a third, gave up the base hit. When that ball hit by Longoria right back to his glove, and it popped away, which prevented the Marlins from getting a double play. And on top of that, well, they got the out at first and allowed Joyce to move into scoring position. One on, one out, 2-1. And a roller that's fair by the bag up the left field line. Here comes Joyce in to score. Throw to the plate, not in time, and Kochman in at second. The Rays lead 2-1. Casey Kochman got that one just inside the bag. I don't know how that ball stayed fair.
I don't think Casey Kochman does either, nor do I think he cares. The breaking ball stays up and in. Does a nice job of keeping his hands inside the ball and just pokes it right up the line. You've got everything covered but that. No way he's going to go right up the line like that. Joyce, hustling all the way, is able to score, and because of that throw, I mean the all or nothing throw, Kochman ends up on second base.
So they're going to give Kochman a single. I think they could very easily give him a double on that.
Oh, we gave him a double.
Yeah, I put double in my book right away. 1 ball and no strikes. Because he did not break stride. He was headed for second base regardless of what happened with Joyce. BJ given the intentional walk to put men at first and second with Jaso due up. Well, let's take another look at Kochman. He hesitated for a moment.
Yeah, as soon as he picked up the throw high, that's when he kicked it back to second base.
They're probably right giving him a single. Jaso due, but he's going to be lifted for the pinch hitter. So Kochman got an RBI single and went to second. And Johnson will pinch hit. That brings Brandon Hyde, the acting manager, out of the dugout. Got another pitching change coming. We'll be back in a moment.
Now 2-1. On today's episode of Inside the Rays, we feature Kyle Farnsworth, who has unofficially become the closer for the Rays. Learn more about his journey to the major leagues, plus watch as Farnsworth enjoys a game of paintball with his friends and family. All that and more on Inside the Rays. Kyle Farnsworth, you can find that today on Sun Sports right after the postgame.
Don't you dare turn that dial. 2-1, the Rays have grabbed the lead. Badenhop, the new pitcher. Elliott Johnson will now turn around to bat left-handed. And he takes a fastball low. A ball and no strikes. Johnson hitting 178 left-handed with both his home runs from the left side. A bouncing ball to first. Sanchez, the Bonifacio won, but no throw back. Over to third goes Kochman. Upton is forced. 3-6 on that bouncing ball, fielded by Sanchez.
No chance to get the double play. That ball was not hit that hard, and a long throw by Sanchez. Wonder who's coming to the plate.
Cincinnati beat Toronto 2-1 on the home run by Miguel Cairo. They made it stand up. Sam Fuld will be the hitter against Badenhop. Burke Badenhop, the fourth pitcher of the game for Florida. Well, the inability to make that ground ball back to the mound, a double play. And the Rays have turned that into a run.
Well, those are the kind of things that happen. That's why you lose 17 out of 18.
Sam Fuld takes the pitch away. 1-0. Fuld fresh off making those two great defensive plays in the top half of this inning. And he strokes it into center. Gonna be caught by Wise. A line drive out for the second straight time. Fuld lines to center. Rays take the lead on the base hit by Casey Kochman, chasing home Matt Joyce. At the end of 8, 2-1, Tampa Bay. Eighth inning, and it's a 2-1 Tampa Bay lead. Shields with 8 strikeouts. He hasn't walked anybody in this game. In fact, in the last 17 innings, he's only walked 1 Florida Marlin and has struck out 21 in the last 17 innings he's worked against this Florida ball club this year. 1-0 the count to Bonifacio, leading it off, and he takes that pitch for a strike. Bonifacio is going to bunt. That pitch is a strike, a breaking ball.
That was filthy. I mean, that is a good curveball right there in a 1-1 count. Bonifacio looking to get something going. Forget it. What is that? Do a little dance. 1-2.
2-2 the count. Foul. Bonifacio leading off. Logan Morrison will be next, and then Gabby Sanchez. Rays scored a run in the bottom of the 8th to take a 2-1 lead. And a cut and a miss. Bonifacio out on strikes.
I'll tell you what, this curveball of James Shields has really come along this year and become not just a get-ahead pitch, but a weapon. Look at this. That tight spin just doesn't recognize it. Takes a full hack at it, thinking this is a ball that he's going to be able to drive.
Now Logan Morrison. Fly ball to center his last time. He has struck out twice. And a curveball to start him, and he takes a look at it for strike 1.
That's kind of where that pitch has started for James Shields, and now it's gotten to the point where with 2 strikes he will put guys away with it.
1-1. Kelly Shopik behind the plate after Jaso was lifted for the pinch hitter. Jaso worked the front 8 behind the plate, and now Shopik is doing the catching. Ground ball headed toward the middle and past the dive made by Brignac. So Morrison has a base hit, the 4th. Good effort by Brignac on this ball up the middle.
Yeah, he's trying to make a play, but that ball was hit pretty hard. Just gets out of the grasp.
Kyle Farnsworth in the Rays bullpen. Leo Nunez has started to throw in the Marlins bullpen. Here's Gabby Sanchez. And the first pitch, that's a curveball for a strike. They struck out Bonifacio with a curveball and threw him a couple really good ones. Started Morrison with a curve for a first pitch strike, and now Sanchez with a strike on that first pitch on the curveball. Right back again. Strike 2, curveball.
And you saw a little stutter step there. This was almost a backup curveball. Shields wanted this one down and away. It kind of stayed middle in, break into the middle, and Gabby Sanchez, a little hesitation. Now he's down 0-2.
Upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shields shut out the Marlins on 3 hits on the 22nd of May. Struck out 13 and walked 1. Giving up an unearned run in this game. Ground ball, third base, foul. So the count still 1-2. Threw him another curveball on that last pitch. Shields just over 100 pitches. And a ground ball foul. Another curveball. Morrison at first, one away, 1-2 the count to Sanchez. And a pop foul, that's going to be out of play. That fastball got in on Sanchez.
Now he's been working him with that breaking ball, slow, making him reach for it. And then all of a sudden you shoot that fastball in on the hands and hope for a little jam shot like that, but it gets out of play. Now you got everything at your disposal. You can go to the changeup, back to the breaking ball. I like the changeup.
The 1-2. And it's low, covered up by Shopik. Nice job by Shopik to get out there.
Yeah, he did go with the changeup, but he really yanked this pitch down. And Kelly Shopik, a nice job of sliding out there, keeping the ball in front, and then pouncing on it. So there's no advancement by Morrison.
Two balls, two strikes. And a little number foul off the end of the bat. With a curveball, and this is quite a battle between Sanchez and Shields. A lot of breaking stuff here in the ninth inning. First, Morrison is back in. Marlins scored an unearned run in the first. They've left 3 men on base. They have a man at first now with one in the ninth. And a pop-up. Will it stay playable? Foul ball. And Kochman down from first alongside Shopik makes the catch. Casey Kochman digging hard from first base to catch up with that one. It stayed playable and he made the play. Two gone here in the ninth.
Casey Kochman knows what's at stake. This long battle, hustling all the way down there, taking charge.
Now Greg Dobbs will be the hitter. Dobbs has grounded out, struck out, and grounded out again. And he's out in front of the changeup, strike one. It was this changeup that Shields used to get him on strikes back in the fourth. He starts him with that pitch to get ahead in the ninth.
Now he's been starting these hitters off with off speed in the ninth inning, up by 1 run. He knows Marlin hitters are looking for one fastball, try to tie this game up.
This one down and in, again blocked by Shopik. Change up and then a curveball. 1-1.
The Marlins are battling, going to make him earn it. 20 pitches here in the ninth inning.
1 ball, 1 strike. A foul ball. Again, a curveball. And it's 1-2. Crowd of 26,761, and the fans on their feet as the Rays try to sweep.
Couple of changeups, maybe. 1-2 count.
Well, he finished him on a 1-2 count with a changeup in the fourth. Here it is. He got him. He went to the changeup and struck him out to end the ball game. And the Rays sweep the Marlins. 10 strikeouts on the day for James Shields. And the Rays win it 2-1. 2 hours and 26 minutes, the time of this game. Shields picks up his 7th victory. He is 7-4. The 5th complete game of the season for James Shields. That also ties the club record. Joe Kennedy had 5 complete games in 2002. Shields has 5 already. And there is the changeup and the final out. So a 10 strikeout performance for Shields. Gave up just the 1 unearned run. That was back in the 1st. No home runs hit in this game today, but over $1.3 million has been raised so far during the Home Run Challenge. Make your pledge by calling 800-798-CURE or go online at bcf.org. Rays finish the homestand 4-2. They're now 39-33 on the year. They'll be hitting the road for more interleague play going into Milwaukee and Houston before they come back here to take on the Cincinnati Reds and the St. Louis Cardinals. Well, Shields has been excellent all year and was again today.
Well, early in the ball game, he used the fastball to set up the off speed. He was very good once again with the off speed, the changeup, the curveball, the occasional cutter. And we saw as he got into the 9th inning, he went pretty heavy with the off speed. The Marlins hitters looking to be aggressive, taking full advantage, getting to the double digit with the strikeouts again. And another complete game by James Shields. Fantastic.
Rays got a run in the 3rd and a run in the 8th, and that's all they needed with Shields on the mound, who went the distance. Right now, let's go to the field and Todd Callis.
Dwayne, thanks. Another CG, number 5, again against the Marlins. Tough to go at a team where you had so much success earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to go out there and pitch my game tonight, and you know, we made some unbelievable defensive plays. I mean, Sam Fold, I mean, to me, he's my player of the game, you know, so right there in the 8th inning, he made some great plays. So, you know, that timely hitting right there in the 8th inning and helped us out.
James, we've always known about the fastball changeup. Seems like the curveball has been a big weapon for you this year, and especially today.
Yeah, you know, I've been mixing it in a lot this year. Just try to get a little different look, and it's been going pretty well. You know, the main thing is I've been throwing it for strikes, and you know, when I'm throwing that thing for strikes, it kind of sets everything else up. So, you know, it's a good win.
I know you had an idea there that Joe was going to let you go in the 9th, but you never know with the closer setting up there. You got the first batter, and that had to be key. And it looked like, again, the curveball was big against a lot of hitters in that inning.
Yeah, I think, you know, I made my pitch to Morrison right there, and he ended up getting a base hit up the middle. But, you know, like I said, these guys, I made my pitches. And, you know, when you make your pitches, you're going to be successful.
Sam Fold, you mentioned, started that inning and ended that inning. We've seen Sam do it all year, but that's a good energy boost for the team overall.
You know, that late in the game and that crucial in the game, I mean, it's a 1-1 tie right there. I mean, that was huge. I mean, that's a game changer right there, and you got to tip your hat to Sam Fold right there.
We're going to take a look at both of them right now, and you can give us your reaction. This one down towards the line.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, he just laid out. I mean, he's been doing it all year, though, man. It really doesn't surprise me. That one right there, too, was huge.
The first one's kind of like the Chicago catch earlier this year. Maybe not quite as far, but a similar layup by Sammy. I know you were right there to congratulations. James, overall right now, here you are, 5th complete game, 18 straight innings without an earned run, and same thing against the Marlins. I mean, are you feeling as good now as you have at any point in your career?
Yeah, you know, I'm feeling really good. My body's feeling great. You know, I mean, this is the best I've been in my career so far, and hopefully I can keep it going. I mean, we still got a long season to go, and if I can just stay consistent throughout the year, get this team a bunch of wins, we'll be good to go.
It's been fun to watch. Thanks, James.
Hey, thanks. I just wanted to say Happy Father's Day, Pops. That one's for you.
There you go, guys. Happy Father's Day from James to his dad watching us today. Back up to you.
All right, Todd, thank you very much. Shields on this homestand with that 5-hit shutout against Boston. 18 innings, allowing 0 earned runs, striking out 15 and not walking anybody on the homestand. 2-1 Rays winners. Back in a moment.